Hello YouTube, it's me, Brittany. I have been hearing lately on a lot of posts and in my own messages, people messaging me and asking about how they deal with dysphoria and dysphoria issues and things like that. And so I wanted to do a video about it. Let's talk about it because I kind of want this channel to be more of an open wavelength between you and me so that, if you feel confident in being able to ask me a question about whatever, and I can maybe give you the best answer or give you some advice about it. I know what it's like in the first 3 or 4 years of transitioning, and how it can be really difficult, especially dealing with dysphoria issues. And so I mean, the best way I guess for me to start with is just kind of discuss some of my own. I mean, I can't really expect you to tell me what your issues are if I'm not afraid to tell you mine. So mine have kind of dwindled away a lot. They do get better, I'll tell you that. Like in my first few years, I dealt with a lot of dysphoria issues, because you're, especially for male to female like myself, and you're starting in that hormones, you want that facial hair to stop growing right away, and it never does, and it never stops. I mean, unless you end up getting permanent hair removal, that is something that you're gonna have to probably do a lot. It might get lighter, but it's probably not gonna go away. I'm gonna tell you right now, I shave every day almost, my face, just because that is still one of my big dysphoria issues, is facial hair. But I also hate hair anywhere but the top of your head. So that's just my own personal thing. But I mean, yeah, like that's a dysphoria issue that I may never ever get over, but I just have grown used to it, and I hate to say that, complacent in it, but that is really what it is. I'm complacent in what I know is probably never going to change, and we'll get into why this is okay in a little bit. But anyway, some of my other dysphoria issues, as especially in my younger trans years, especially body issues. I was overweight when I started. I was about 270 pounds. So I worked really hard. I exercised, I dieted, I got my weight down, but it still didn't work. I still feel like I need to lose more weight, even though I'm about 165, 170 right now. So I did really well, but once again, dysphoria is probably something that's never going to go away. I will tell you, if my major issues, which is obviously, the downstairs area, I change every day, probably 2 or 3 times in the mirror before I pick an outfit to wear, because of just trying to hide what even is minutely down there, because hormones and nature have just already given me not much to have to hide. But anyways, I'm lucky. So and I know girls that aren't as lucky as me. So I totally get that. Like, and when I have surgery next year, I'll tell you if that dysphoria ever goes away. I'm hoping it does, because it's probably one of my biggest issues. I have a hard time getting dressed. I wear the same things a lot, almost every day. Another thing that you'll notice in my videos is I very rarely wear sleeves, because I don't like how sleeves make my shoulders look really, really big. So these are things that I may never be able to get over with, but unfortunately, that's just life. And I mean, let's go over what dysphoria actually means. I mean, dysphoria is just basically, I'm trying to remember. I just read the definition. It's a profound state of unease and distasteful, or not just a dissatisfaction in what you look like or anything. So, in reality, break it down. Every person in the world has dysphoria. Every girl, every boy looks in the mirror and sees things that they are dissatisfied with, and that's not just trans. That's cisgender too. So, I know that it may be difficult sometimes to deal with your dysphoria issues, but I promise you that you are far from alone, because everybody has those issues. Even 6 years in, I'm still dealing with, how my face looks on the camera, how I take 25 selfies a day, and I might post one because they're all, that's the best one I could come up with. So, but in the end, nobody is not dealing with dysphoria in some form or fashion. So it's probably not something that's ever going to go away. The best way to deal with it is to take it on headstrong and find ways to cover and fix those ways. You know, for me, I don't wear bathing suits. I used to really enjoy going to the swimming pool and swimming and doing all those things, but now I'm uncomfortable with that. Luckily, when I go to my parents' house, they have their own pool and it's private, and I can totally swim there still. But not everybody has that luxury, and I'm aware of that. And I'm hoping next year, I am taking a vacation after surgery, that I can finally be able to wear bathing suits in public. But we'll see. We'll see. Dysphoria is something that will probably never go away, but it's something you'll always have to be battling. And you're better than dysphoria. Like, I don't know any other way to put it. Like, I understand there's lots of other mental health issues that come with it. Trust me, I've dealt with them. There's a reason I have a tattoo here. It's covering scars. So, like, I get it. But you are always going to be better. Like, yes, you might not like what you see, but so does the person next door. So does your brother. So does your sister. So does your mom. So does your dad. They all see things in themselves they don't like. So just remember that you have to love yourself inside before you can love yourself outside. That sounded really cliche, but I'm going to end on that. And I totally love every single one of you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more. Once again, it's open book, so if you want to ask me questions, please don't hesitate to share. I love every single one of you guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.